A well-polished group of players as they came down the tunnel earlier. So important to these players to perform well in front of their fans. And the game arrival, sponsored by Express. Press like a pro. Welcome, everyone, to NBA basketball here on 2K Sports. Tonight, it's Noche Enabia, a celebration of the amazing Latin culture in this league and its fans all around the globe. A great tradition we get to enjoy. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter is David Aldridge. A chance now to check out how the All-Star voting is shaping up.
And I tell you, the excitement's starting to ratchet up a little bit as the tallies start coming in.
He's pulled in a lot of votes, nearly enough, in fact, to break into the top 10 in the Western Conference.
Yeah, and probably wishing he was a little higher on that list, but there's just too many other guys also having fantastic seasons.
And so, with the starting rosters determined, make certain that you watch the NBA All-Star Game. Here are the starters for Los Angeles. We've got Shake and Bake. Also the professor out there. The Bulldozer is out there with Prez. And it's Flowers in at the power forward. And for Omaha, we've got Tiny. He's out there with the Quick. And it's Pearson in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So Omaha will get the first possession. Passes it to Tiny. Inside, here's McKnight. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Well, with the playoffs coming up quickly, Clark, strength of schedule can play a big role as it determines where a team is going to be seated come playoff time.
No, I agree with you in terms of even just making the playoffs sometimes, Kevin, based on where teams are and who they're playing. I mean, those matchups against potential playoff teams that are still fighting for seeding, they can sharpen you up and get you ready. Actually, those games can be playoffs before the playoffs in many ways.
I always admire the coaches, Clark, that walk their players through the different scenarios because they should be aware.
Yeah, I agree with you wholeheartedly. You want everything out in front of you. As long as your team is able to handle it, and most of these teams can, I think that's a good point.
Ball's knocked loose, and here is Omaha now. Now the pass to Alvarez. Clock at 6. Omaha needs to get off a shot here. And he's good on the 3-ball.
That's a nice play, getting the separation he needs for a clean look.
And you look at him, he's given up an awful lot of size in that matchup, so he needs to have the ability to create separation.
Now here's Prez. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Los Angeles shooting their first shots from the free throw line tonight.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Guys, strictly in terms of their percentage, their free throw shooting has deteriorated a considerable amount since last season.
No good on the free throw. Doc, he's checked in for Omaha. That one is no good. Just around a minute and a half into the first quarter. McKnight, the pass to Alvarez. Here's Tiny. That one's off. He's now 1 for 2.
Boy, that is awesome defense, guys, against a capable finisher. Well done. I'm sure the coaches love that.
Man, he sure can get off the floor.
He one of the best in the business, absolutely.
Boy, he makes it look easy. He is an absolutely imposing finisher around the rim.
Now, here's Marshall. 11 points last game. It's stolen by Prez. Here's the professor. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Here's Marshall. And he can be counted on to put some points on the board every night. He's averaging right around 13.5 points a game. Here's Alvarez. Doesn't get it to drop for him. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. They want to keep it rolling here following the win against Dallas.
Yeah, I mean, we saw them do a little bit of everything in that game. Showed a lot of versatility.
And, you know, everything seemed to just kind of flow naturally for them. Felt like they were in a groove from the opening tip.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Omaha trails by 6. Here's the quick. He's coming off a 13-point game against Denver. Shot clock at 5. Pass to Tyler. Will it go? That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
How about dueling from long range, just going at each other?
Looks to me like there could be something personal taking place here.
Here's the bulldozer. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Here's the professor. Rebound by Marshall. Banked in off the glass. The Quick's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense.
Oh, what a play!
Woo! My goodness, that was absolutely filthy.
Nasty. This building is stunned. He dug deep, Greg, into his bag of tricks there.
Boy, I'd love to get a replay on that one. Let's keep it handy so we can see it again. The ball distribution was there. I mean, outstanding work all the way around.
And here is Lewis. He's got 7. Buries the long-range jumper. And it's 9 points for the professor. Omaha trails by 4. Pass to Marshall. Six on the shot clock. Knocked loose. Here's the professor. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
And, Greg, it's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
And Omaha, another 3.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Pass to the bulldozer. Now here's Prez. Los Angeles shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. That free throw good from Prez. Both free throws good from Prez. 36 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Here's Black Hole. The 3. And Omaha, another 3.
Not a bunch of energy from the defense, which is why he was free to knock that down.
17 seconds left in the first. 5 on the clock. Here's the professor. Good on the triple. The professor's got 15.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
Yeah, I'd be confident too. As a matter of fact, I mean, if you're stacking up threes the way he is, I mean, he's doing all his work from behind the arc.
And so it's Los Angeles, with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. Right back after this break. We welcome you back to Noche Latina. Becoming an annual tradition is always here on 2K Sports and always exciting. And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for Los Angeles.
Guys, they are dialed in from beyond right now. They didn't waste any time getting into a groove in this game.
They've gotten their fair share of points off turnovers so far tonight, too.
Last outing for Omaha, it was a loss to the Nuggets in Denver. In a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. Taking a look at Los Angeles, we've got Clutch. He's out there with Richardson, and it's the professor in at the shooting guard. The pass to Little General. Omaha moving the ball around. He was all alone on that one.
You have to love the unselfishness on display there. Excellent passing.
Here's the professor. 26 points for him last game against Dallas.
Out of their last 5 makes, how about all 5 from long range?
Well, the defense just hasn't pressed up to deny any of those looks, guys. I mean, they're hanging back and getting picked apart.
Pass to Black Hole. Turk. Richardson covering. Here's Turk. Omaha working now with a fresh shot clock. Passes it to Black Hole. And there's the pass to Pearson. Fades away. And it's Omaha with another. We've talked about footwork, but a player's hands, how he catches, how he passes, the use of his hands are huge. And there are a couple guys out there that are great at that.
Kawhi Leonard has got some mitts unlike any other in the league. I mean, he's not that tall. He's long-armed, and his hands are humongous. That ball looks like a tennis ball in his hands. Not only are they big, they're good. He's active with them on defense, and he's very strong in how he handles the ball offensively. You know, I think about a guy in terms of maybe not size, but really good hands. Jokic, his hands are phenomenal.
13 feet away. That shot is off. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. This, their first chance to take a look at Omaha this season.
And they didn't have much of a problem with these guys last season, and quite frankly, you wouldn't expect them to.
Yeah, you know, these are two teams clearly on opposite ends of the continuum in this conference. I mean, this is a team they rightly feel they can beat every time they take the court with them.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
From deep, an absolute bomb from three-point range. The professor's got the lead up to 11 now for Los Angeles. So timeout called here, the first for Omaha. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Nuggets.
Hey, they had their opportunities, but let's face it, they choked from the line. Hard to win that way on the road.
Hey, knocking down free throws in a hostile environment is really about the battle of the mind.
Doc, he's checked in for Omaha. Maverick comes in for the Little General. The Bulldozer, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Pass to Black Hole. 6 to shoot. Let's go. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game. Los Angeles leading by 9. Richardson outside. Here's the Bulldozer. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
Pass to Richardson. Shot clock at 6. Passes it to Sampson. Here's the 3. Omaha with the rebound.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Here is Doc. 8 points his last outing. Floats one. Good on that shot. And with that, the Los Angeles lead is cut to just 9 on the basket from Maverick.
Oh, such a field shot there, the floater.
Here's Sampson. He had 10 points in the win against Dallas. And off target as he starts the game 0 for 1. Here's Maverick. The pass to Pearson. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. Here is a list of the NBA's most adept passing teams this season. These are your assist leaders.
And you know, when your team has a lot of assists, it's testimony to the unselfishness, the patience, the ball movement, the player movement. They have shown all of that.
Here's Sampson taking a look at the scoring numbers. Right now he averages about 9 points a game.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on him.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
Yeah, guys. I mean, he's been a very steady hand for them when it comes to his free throw shooting.
Trez is checked in for Los Angeles. Shake and Bake comes in for Richardson. Omaha trails by 12. Pass to Doc. That's tipped, and they're able to recover. On the clock. Here's McKnight. The shot, no good. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Lewis passes to Wheeler. Back to Lewis. And a strong finish with 2 hands.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
Here's Tiny. And again, no good by Omaha.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on this. And their balanced effort at both ends has hushed this crowd.
Yeah, you said the key word there, balanced. I mean, their big lead owes as much to their defense as their offense.
And there's the feed to Marshall. That one's off, still out of sync.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And you know what? He's not going to give up an easy finish at the rim. I mean, that's just against his constitution.
Lewis lays it up and banks it in. Lewis has got 11.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
And so it's Los Angeles with an 18-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. They've been putting on a clinic in the paint. Shots are falling with regularity, and they are pounding it down low. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
After one half of play, it's been a one-sided affair. Hey, everybody, welcome back. This is Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. And guys, for Los Angeles, Kenny, some perspective, please.
Well, they knocked the wind out of the defense in transition, converting fast break baskets in volume. It's a runaway lead right now. In fact, this looks like a track meet.
And, big fella, let's get your thoughts on the home team.
Well, they're obviously facing a hot shooting team tonight. That combined with a lackluster effort on defense, recipe for disaster. Without major improvements defensively, this game is over.
And that'll do it for our halftime report. Stay tuned for the second half, about to get underway.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. What a game we're seeing from the professor.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. We've got shake and bake. LeQuick is out there with Tiny, and it's Pearson in the center. Lewis passes to the professor. Marshall with the steal. And for Los Angeles, they've got the bulldozer. The professor out there with shake and bake. Then there's Prez. And it's Flowers in at the 4 spot. Passes to Alvarez. Clock at 6. From outside, off the mark. Los Angeles leading by 18. Prez passes to the professor. Lewis outside. Here's the professor. He's got 21. 7 for 9 now with that miss. Now shooting 78% from the floor. Marshall passes to Tiny. Down low. From deep three-point range, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
And let's check out the numbers for Marshall. Some good contributions, really, since the All-Star break. He's averaging 14 points a game, 5 assists, and 4 rebounds. The contributions he's been making on the floor have been a boon for this team. Great stretch of games for him.
Yeah, you know, they've given him more responsibility, and he's responded. And the way he's going, I think his role is only going to increase.
A professor, and the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on you.
And, you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
Analytics, Clark, are such a major factor for coaching staffs and scouting staffs, and plenty of micro-analysis to go around. But some statistics can actually be a little bit misleading, don't you think?
Yeah, I agree with you, Kevin. And you can torture the numbers to say whatever you want them to say. So you have to be careful. I think there's a great place for analytics in the game. It's very useful in some areas, but you have to balance it. There has to be a blend there. Take, for instance, shot blocking. Just because you don't block a shot, that sometimes can dismiss what changing shots do to a team's defense or for a team's defense. The number of threes being taken. Effective field goal percentage is more important than raw field goal percentage because of threes.
Omaha trails by 16. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Here's McKnight. That one no good. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. To the inside. Flowers the pass to the professor. Nailed from three-point land. The professor's got 5 points in the quarter.
Well, he's just zoned in. I mean, in most cases, taking quality shots very much within the flow of the offense.
Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. Pass to Prez. Here's the professor. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. The pass to Flowers. To the middle. Just 4 to shoot. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. Offensive rebound.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Here's Alvarez, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you could hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
Omaha shooting their initial free throws of the game right here.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Really, guys, it's just come together for them at the charity stripe this season. I mean, the confidence is there, and so too are the results.
The first one falls. Los Angeles making a switch here. Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line. Clark, take us inside the halftime locker room in the NBA.
Well, players typically just regroup individually. There may be some conversation between the players as a group, but then the coaches will huddle, evaluate what transpired in the first half, what adjustments need to be made, and then they'll communicate that to the team. And it's basically a time to rest and regroup for the players to adjust and strategize for the coaches.
Clark, do you think there's any videotape review in there, maybe showing players certain sets, certain schemes?
In this day and age, for sure, with the use of iPads and technology. If you go back to my time, there was no quick turnaround of video in the halftime locker room.
Right. I do know officials do that, too, in their locker room at halftime. Clutch, he's checked in for Lewis. Pass to Sampson. 1:43 left in the third quarter. Flowers the pass to Richardson. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
And that's one of his strengths, knocking down those long-range jump shots.
For Omaha, they've gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. Pass to Doc. For 3. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. The Bulldozers got rebound number 5 here tonight. Richardson outside, fires the 3. Here's Clutch, still looking for his first bucket in this one. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
What, you mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas, I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
5 to shoot. Here's Sampson. Here's Flowers, and he slams it one-handed.
Nothing soft about the putback there.
And why chance it, right? Take the dunk if you've got it.
Well, you know, if nobody's going to put a body on him, then that's going to be the result.
Here's Black Hole. There's the pass to Alvarez. Pass to Black Hole. Goes up from the top of the key. That shot missing.
That's exactly how you have to defend him. He's a guy that the D needs to be aware of at all times.
Passes it to the Bulldozer. From deep. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's Los Angeles, riding high with a 23-point lead heading into the break. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Omaha has now gone downtown 13 times in this game, and they're just over 50%, 7 of 13 on threes. Little General out there with Maverick. Then there's Doc, and it's Alvarez in at the 5, roaming the paint. Here's Little General. Knocks down the 3 ball. Here's Sampson. Clark, the NBA gives out so many awards at the end of the season. Is there an award missing that you'd like to see?
You know what? I think they've got the bases covered really well with the number of awards they give out, Kevin. But I would like to perhaps see consideration given to a sophomore campaign award. That would be kind of cool because sometimes the Rookie of the Year, at least recently, has been a little cloudy because a rookie had been in the league a year, Ben Simmons, case in point, and then was counted. It was actually technically his second year, but his first year of playing. So a sophomore award might be something worth adding to the list.
That's a great idea. Here's Richardson. Omaha with the rebound. They'll be off to Oklahoma City for a meeting with the Thunder after this one. That will be a getaway game for them, a one-game road trip. Here's Maverick. It's blocked. And the pass to Dodd to the wing right side. Pass to Little General from deep three-point range. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. The Professor's checked in for clutch.
The Professor.
Los Angeles leading by 22. To the paint. Here's the Professor. Misses the baby hook.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested.
Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Little General, the pass to Maverick. Do you think it helps the pace of the game with the NBA recently modifying the shot clock rule that after an offensive rebound, it doesn't go back to 24, it goes now to the new number, 14 seconds.
Well, I really like the rule because you don't have to bring the ball over the half-court line, which is 8 seconds, so it makes sense, and it does speed up the game, in my opinion.
Here's Little General. And again, no good by Omaha. For Los Angeles, they've gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. Passes it to Flowers. Richardson dishes to Sampson. Fades and shoots. That one misses. And it's Omaha taking it the other way. Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth. Right wing. Here's Doc. Off the mark, and the drought continues.
I think he'll think twice about attempting that shot next time. The defense was right on top of him there.
Six on the shot clock. To the middle. Here's the Professor.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for Los Angeles?
What a tremendous showing from the three-pointer all through this game.
Something that also stands out tonight is the number of assists they have. I mean, that's a mark of a good club.
First one falls for him. Look, the max contract didn't exist when you were playing. Is it something that should be up for debate?
Well, it's a function of the economics of the league now, and in theory, there's some reasons why you have max contracts, because a guy has earned that opportunity, a way to keep a star player or a max contract player with the same team, I think is part of the reasoning behind it. I mean, debating it and talking about it is probably something that makes some sense. If you're thinking about getting rid of it, I'm not so sure.
Omaha calls timeout. We've seen the Professor really having a great game.
And he is absolutely dialed in from outside. They need to close out on him much quicker when he's lining up those threes.
A chance now to recognize our Jordan Player of the Game, the Professor.
And what an amazing ball game we've seen from him. It's been a one-man show worth the price of admission all by itself. There wasn't anything he couldn't do on that court tonight.
Well, to come in here facing a hostile crowd and have a game like he's had, that's what separates the good players from the great players. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. The pass to Tyler. Marshall with it. 6 to shoot. Trying to get something going. And again, no good by Omaha. For Los Angeles, they've gone 1 of 5 from the field here in the fourth. A lot of misses, just the one make. The bulldozer passes to Lewis. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles.
Incredible reverse throwdown. Excellent body control.
And guys, I'd even go as far to say that was a punctuation dunk.
Memorable. Keep that one in the career highlight reel for sure.
Here's Tiny. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. 1:49 left in the fourth quarter. Prez kicks to Lewis. Flowers the pass to the professor. Poked loose. Here's Tiny. Marshall with it. Pass to Tiny. From the wing, it's hauled in by Los Angeles. The Bulldozers got 8 rebounds in this game.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for Los Angeles.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win, a game that not many will soon forget, and on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And it'll advance their win total up to 12 on the season. And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for the professor.
Boy, this game really had his name all over it. I mean, he relished being the guy to carry the load offensively.
Back to Lewis. Shoots a 3. It's good from long range.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback diminished.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Drains the three-pointer.
And with that three-pointer, how about ending that 11-0 run by Los Angeles?
Here's the professor. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. So long and good night, everyone.